ahead and tag them or call them or nudge them or whatever it is that you need to do this evening to make sure that they're on this call at 6 o'clock p.m. Okay, I'm going to check the chat box real quick. No more message in the chat box. We're going to go ahead and get started. And I want to introduce you to the #1 income earner in the entire company. She loves helping people. She's a complete joy to be around. And she's also our wonderful travel agent training specialist. I'd like to introduce to you Miss Toni Ward. Toni, are you on the line?
Absolutely. Can you guys hear me loud and clear?
Yes.
Fabulous. Thank you so much, Linda, for your good, nice introductions for everybody. I'm sure that makes it so much more pleasant to hop on a call and be greeted by somebody as wonderful and pleasant as you. So thank you so much for all you do for our Q&A call and the company. Hello, 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 everybody. How are you guys doing? It is Thursday. And for most parts of the country, it's hot. It's hot. It's hot. I'm sitting here at my desk looking at the water, and I'm just like, oh my goodness. It is like 95 degrees, and I'm just like, oh, I need some air, something, right? So super cool to be able to experience this wonderful summer weather. Let me make sure you guys can all hear me. Let me move actually under the fan, so that I can have a good conversation with you guys and be cool too. Okay, that works better. Okay, so like Linda said, my name is Toni Ward, and I am a travel agent training specialist with Evolution Travel. I'm here this evening to have a very brief, yet informational conversation with you. I say conversation because I want to talk to you about Evolution Travel. #1, what we do, who we are, how we do it, and of course, how you can do it as well. Okay, so if you have access to the chat box, I encourage you to put any questions that you may have in the chat box when they pop up. Okay, it's not just me on this call. Kudos and a huge salute to all of the travel agents that are here on this call to help make sure everybody gets all that information that they need, answer all the questions. There are seasoned and educated travel agents, professional travel agents on this line with me that are able to help answer the questions too. So this is the perfect opportunity. If you have anything that you could possibly think of that you want to know about our wonderful company, this would be the time to ask, because you have an influx of information here on this call. So feel free to put any questions in the chat box while we're going on with the call. Also, for those of you who are dialing in, and there are a lot of you, I completely understand you do not have access to the chat box. So I'll make sure if there are any questions in there, we'll read them out loud so you can get the benefit of having the answers for those questions. And I'll also check on you to make sure you get your questions answered as well a little bit later. Okay, so we are home-based travel agents. Okay, what does that mean? That means that we work for ourselves, #1. #2, we have the ability to book travel for anybody, anywhere in the entire world, from the comfort of our own home. Do we have to do it from home? No, we can do this from anywhere we have internet access. Okay, so super cool to be able to do that. Let me do a phone check, a speaker check. If you guys can hear me, pop in the chat box and let me know, hey Toni, I can hear you. So I know that I'm not talking to the walls and I'm talking to some fabulous people online. So if you can hear me, please go ahead and let me know. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so we book travel. That's what we do. The first question I get all the time is, sounds good, but I don't have any experience in that area. And that is okay, because with Evolution Travel, you don't need experience to get started. The company will actually train you from start to finish. So no experience necessary here. We'll make sure you get exactly what you need, which is really cool. Okay, now booking travel, what does that mean? What does that entail exactly? Well, that means we book airfare, hotels, car rentals, cruises, all-inclusive resorts, destination weddings, events, anything and everything out there that involves traveling, hotels, concerts, sporting events, you are able to actually book those items and receive commission when you do so. Now, the commission that you receive is really cool because, you guys, Evolution Travel does not have quotas. That's right. We have no quotas. If you're listening, you guys, put that in the chat box. No quotas, right? Like I said before, this is your business. And when you have your own business, guess what you get to do? You get to work it your way, okay? So you can book as much travel as you want, okay? Or as little travel as you want. So super cool to have that type of flexibility, because what that does is it opens up the door for people who want to work this business full-time, part-time, daytime, nighttime, overtime, all the time, however you want to work your business, and whatever time you want to allocate to your business is completely up to you, okay? I do want to put it out there, though, that the time you put into your business is going to be a complete and total reflection of what you actually get out of your business. So remember that fact, okay? Just like any other job, if you work 9 to 5, you definitely expect to get paid 9 to 5. If you work 12 to 4, part-time, you definitely expect to get paid part-time, right? And if you don't go to work, you definitely don't expect to get paid. And this business is exactly the same. What you put in is going to definitely be a reflection of what you get out. So that's what we do. We book travel. Now, the commission, like I said, across the board is the same. It's 80%. 80%. Is that good or is that good, right? I see a couple of people participating in the chat box, and I want to thank you so much for participating in the chat box, because a lot of times what I ask you to put in the chat box is what you would write down on a piece of note paper. So for those of us who are listening but maybe doing something else, you guys are helping out every single person when you participate in that chat box, right? So the commission that we get, you guys, hop this in the chat box for me, is 80%. 80% of the commission that's paid to our company goes to us, the people who have booked the travel, which is really cool, because no matter what you do, whether it's a car rental or whether it's a 100-person cruise, you're going to get 80% of the commission that is paid to our company. Super cool, okay? And the other 20%, the company will disperse. Let me go ahead and make sure I have everybody muted. I see iPhone is unmuted. Let me mute them back. Perfect. Okay. So yes, 80% of the commission goes to us, which is really nice. Okay. So what have we discussed so far? We're a home-based travel agent. We book everything, right? Nothing too big, nothing too small. We are able to book it all. Super cool. 80% of the commission that's paid out goes to us as the travel agents, right? And we get to work our business on our time, which is really nice, okay? And no experience necessary. The company is going to train you. Now, how does this happen? Who are we exactly? That's what we do, okay? Who are we? We are Evolution Travel, powered by Archer Travel. What do I mean by powered by Archer Travel? I mean, Archer Travel is our host agency. That's the reason why we're able to sell travel. Okay, now our host agency, Archer Travel, is super cool because not only is it a company that has an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, but it also has been around for 67 years. Put that in the chat box. We have been around for 67 years, you guys. Numbers are important, okay? Because people lie. Numbers don't. Documentation beats conversation all day, every day. So 67 years we've been around as a home-based travel agency. Now, the cool part about that is we are the longest running home-based travel agency in the entire world. There is no other home-based travel agency that's been around longer than Archer Travel. We are it. Super cool to be around that long and still have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, because we all know people love to complain, right? Even when there's nothing to complain about, they'll find something to complain about. So the fact that we still have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau says a lot about the way our company treats its clients as well as its travel agents. So love the fact that we're able to wave that flag. Now, how do you get started with our wonderful company? Well, the person who invited you here to this wonderful webinar, Zoominar, I like to call it, is going to give you a link, which is really important because this link is attached to an application, okay? The application is simple, takes about 2 to 3 minutes to fill it out. And once you are done completing that application, you will process it And after processing it, you'll be in the system immediately, okay? You'll have 2 websites that the company is going to give you right away, and you'll be able to start doing your training immediately online, okay? Now I said process it. So there is a processing fee to process your application. Super cool. Here's the cool part. Evolution Travel has a motto: people over profits, right? Put that in the chat box. So that's super cool. What does that mean exactly? They're more interested in making sure the people get started, the people are in the system, the people are on the right path, than they are about the profits they're making from the people. Super cool. So because of that, the company, the founder of the company, actually allowed us as the travel agents to vote on the processing fee. Where do they do that, right? We actually voted on this processing fee. So the normal price for processing your application is $299, okay? But we voted that $49, you guys, less than $50, only $49 was a cool price, an economical price, something that most people can afford to get started in their own home-based travel franchise. So super cool. That's all you have to pay. Not a penny more, not a penny less, no hidden fees, no fine print. That's it. That's all to get started. So once you get started, you're able to start doing your training. Super cool to be able to do. Exactly, I agree. You guys, they're putting in the chat box, $49 is a good price. $49 is an excellent price. Absolutely. So once you get started, you're in the system, you're able to start doing your training, okay? Now the training consists of 12 different video modules. So you're able to actually watch these video modules, and after every module, you will have a test, okay? Now the test is to make sure you're actually watching, you're getting the information, and you're understanding the fundamentals of what you need to actually start booking travel. So once you are completely finished with those 12 modules, you will actually be rewarded with a certificate. That certificate then signifies you as a professional travel agent, okay? And you're able to start booking travel for anybody, anywhere in the entire world, including yourself. So that commission I told you about, that 80% commission that you're actually able to earn, can actually be paid on trips that you take yourself. Now that's super cool. How many of you guys have a regular 9-to-5? Let me know. Me, regular 9-to-5, you work real hard. What about you're a homemaker, you work from home? Maybe you take care of your kids or your parents or other people. Or maybe, you know, you work more than 9-to-5. You work 16 hours, you work overtime. I'm asking that because I want to know how many people on here think that they deserve a vacation. How many of you need some time to relax, right? You want some time to relax. You need some time to yourself. You need some time away from the husband, away from the kids, away from the people calling your phone. How many of you guys feel like you deserve a vacation? Okay, 3 people. Out of all the people here, only 3 people deserve a vacation. Okay, good. More people. Okay, now everybody's popping. Okay, everybody. Exactly. So it's super cool to be working in an industry where you can actually book your own vacation and earn commission off the vacation you're going to book for yourself. Super cool, because you get to come home to a check, right? A lot of times you go on vacation, you come home to a receipt, you come home to a bill, but as a home-based travel agent, you actually have the opportunity to come home to a check. Here's the cool part, you guys. After you're done with your training, right, you have your professional travel agent certificate, you're booking travel, and you're like, okay, I want to learn more. I want to know more. I want to specialize in different areas. Like, I want to know more about cruises. I want to know more about Disney. I have a lot of clients that want to do like all-inclusives. Well, guess what? You can specialize in any area of travel you like, which is really nice because there are different trainings that you can actually participate in so that you can become a specialist in those areas. Now, me, myself, I love cruises. I am a cruise fanatic, okay? I've been on 29 different cruises. Love them, love them, love them. And when I first got started, that's what I wanted to jump into so I could learn about all the different cruise lines that they have to offer. Now, the cool part about the trainings that we do is sometimes we have the ability to actually participate in what I call extended education, FAM trips, familiarization trips, where you're actually able to go and actually see the places that you're learning about, right? You learn about Jamaica and the Caribbean. They have opportunities for you to actually go and see Jamaica, or you're learning about Princess Cruise Line. They have the, you know, extended education where you're actually able to go and experience Princess and see what they have to offer so you know exactly what you're selling to your clients. The cool part about that is sometimes they offer these opportunities to you for free. Sometimes they offer these opportunities to you at a discounted price, right? And sometimes you're actually able to bring people with you, which is really cool. So, doing my cruise training, I actually finished my cruise training for Princess. And what I found out was Princess actually gives you a graduation cruise for yourself and someone else so that you can experience all the things that you've learned about in your training. And the cruise is actually free. The only thing you have to pay for are taxes. So imagine taking a 15-day cruise from San Francisco to Hawaii, and you only have to pay $200 for you and the person that you decide to bring with you. Is that great, or is that great? Somebody tell me if they love that part of the education in the chat box. So super cool that we get to experience those different things. Like Disney, Disney has so much stuff going on. They definitely want you to come out and experience what they have. So when you complete the Disney training, Disney actually gives you 2 free tickets to Disney every single year, because remember, Disney is ever evolving, right? They're changing with all the different things that are going on in the world. So they want you to stay on top of what they have to offer. So they want you to come every single year, and they're willing to foot the bill for it. So really nice that we get those type of perks as a travel agent. Okay. Now, one of the other perks, of course, of being a travel agent, and I love this part, you guys, is the fact that we get tax deductions. Tax deductions, tax deductions, tax deductions, tax deductions, tax deductions. Now, let me ask you, if it was tax time, would you rather get a refund or would you rather pay? Would you want to owe or do you want to get a refund? Now, let me tell you exactly. Now, everybody's putting refund in the chat box. Now, listen. Every single home-based travel person definitely qualifies for some type of tax deduction. They had a segment on the Steve Harvey show, and it was talking about money, and they had a financial expert on there, and she said every single American should have their own home-based business because of the tax deductions associated with having a home-based business. Now, the super cool part is, as a home-based travel agent, you have over 400 different deductions that you can possibly qualify for. And it just makes sense because things that you're going to use anyway, you guys, you get to write off. Part of your car usage, tax deduction. Your cell phone bill, tax deduction. Your cable bill, tax deduction. Yes, I did say your cable bill, tax deduction. So super cool that you're able to qualify and benefit from all that kind of stuff just because you were smart enough to have a home-based business, okay? And remember that $49 fee I told you about earlier? Tax deduction, right? So you guys, listen, I have to give you my disclaimer. I'm not a tax professional. However, I am a professional that has to do my taxes. So it only makes sense that I understand and know exactly what I qualify for. Let me tell you this too, you guys. I've been doing this for 7 years, okay? I started off part-time. And after doing this for 6 months, I decided this was like the best thing since sliced bread, okay? The best thing since pound cake, because I don't really like sliced bread, but pound cake, I love pound cake. So I decided, let me put as much effort into this as most people put into their 9-to-5s and see what it does for me. So for the last 7 years, being a home-based travel business and working in the travel industry has financed my entire life, and I love it. I have a son, he's 15, he's been to over 25 countries now, and it's fabulous to be able to show him the world while I'm working from home in my pajamas, okay? So the benefits are humongous. Love them, love them, love them, love them, hands down. Wouldn't change anything in the world for it. Somebody says cable bill. Yes, let me explain. So cable has the Travel Channel, right? The Travel Channel is research and development, and that's considered research and development by the IRS, not by Tony Ward, not by Evolution Travel, but that is deemed research and development by the IRS. So since you cannot pay for the Travel Channel separately, they allow us to write off our entire cable bill. And that doesn't matter how many channels you have. If you've ordered every fight or game under the sun, it doesn't matter. You still get to write off your entire cable bill. Yes, thank you for asking that question. Okay, so we talked about how to get started. We talked about who we are. We talked about what we do. How do we keep our businesses afloat? Now listen, there is a maintenance fee to maintain our business and what we do. Now remember, once you get started, I told you the company is going to give you 2 really nice websites. Now, Not only that, but there are other things that they give you to maintain your business. Now, the maintenance fee for our company is very low, just like the startup fee, very low. Remember, people over profits. So it's only $69.95 a month to actually keep your business floating, right? So the two websites you get, the company actually maintains them, upkeeps them, changes them, and evolves them with whatever new things you need, widgets or whatever needs to be put in there. They take care of everything for you with your website. Super cool. That itself is worth $69.95 a month. Okay. You also get errors and omissions insurance added to your business, the basic errors and omissions insurance. So if there's a problem or something happens, you are covered with the basic plan of errors and omissions insurance. The licensing that is needed to run a business is covered with your $69.95. Really cool, because we work under our company's umbrella and under our company's credentials. So we're able to go out there and make this good commission because of that. So super cool that the licensing is covered. We have customer service that's covered. Our 1099 processing is covered. Our commission processing is covered. All the stuff you need to run a business is covered. So you're able to, for $49 to get started and $69.95 a month, you have a turnkey travel agency franchise at your fingertips. So super cool that you're able to do all of that and benefit from everything we have to offer for such a small price. Okay, so that's it, you guys. It's super simple. It is not complicated at all, right? Remember, I told you, no hidden fees, no small print. This is exactly what it is. So I want to make sure I answer all of your questions. Ooh, there are 50 of you on here. Okay, I want to make sure I answer all of your questions so that you can make an educated decision about what your next step is going to be in this process. Okay, and remember, you have all of us here to help you, support you, guide you, and give you anything it is. So no matter what the question is, I want to make sure we get it answered. So here's how we're going to do this. If you have a question, I want to make sure let me allow people to unmute themselves. Go ahead and unmute your phone. When you unmute your phone, please say your name and who invited you, and then ask your question and we will answer it for you. Okay, so is there anybody who would like to step up to the plate first with the question? Let's see, chat box. Here we go. Do you have leads, or do we have to do marketing to get clients? Great question. The company does not give you leads. However, we do give you marketing training. So we show you exactly how to market your business so that you can get clientele. Okay, you have to remember, everybody travels. I don't care what race you are, what economic status you are, where you live. People travel all the time, whether it's for a wedding, a funeral, a new baby, graduation, vacation. It doesn't matter. People are traveling. I always say 9/11 was one of our country's worst days in history, and 9/12, people were back at the airport. The world is not going to stop moving, and so it's best for us to be able to, work in a business that can't stop. Period. So we will definitely help you find clientele because everybody travels. Okay. Next question. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, you can put your question in the chat box, or you can go ahead and ask it. I'm going to unmute a phone number here. I'm going to unmute. Oh, there we go. Hey, 510-385. The floor is yours. What is your name?
Hi, I was invited by Diane Blewett, and I didn't really have a question, but I just wanted to let her know I'm listening, and it's very interesting, and I will be talking with her more about it.
Cool. And what was your name?
Cherry St. Jules.
Cherry or Sherry?
Carrie. Like
Carrie.
Mary, but with a K. Yes.
Got it. Okay, got it. Well, thank you so much for tuning in this evening. I hope I've answered a lot of your questions. So you said you don't have any questions. Okay, cool.
No,
well, good.
I'm pretty thorough. Very interesting. Yep. All right.
Fabulous.
Thank you. I'll
so
continue listening.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, Diane, so she said to please call her after the call so she can talk to you some more. Fabulous. Okay, so who do we have next? Is there anyone else here who has a question? I'd love to answer it. I am here to serve you this evening. Okay, I'm going to unmute 510-409-1115. 409-1115. You are unmuted. Hi, how are you? You might have to unmute your phone from the other side. If you don't have a question, it's okay. Just let me know. Don't have a question, and I'll move on. I just want to make sure I give everybody an opportunity to ask their questions. So if you're a guest.
Hi, Tony. It's LaNae.
Hi.
Hello. I have 1, 2, 3 agents sitting here with me, and somebody, Michelle, has a question.
Okay.
Prospects, not agents. Prospects. Hold on.
Okay. You have 3 guests with you. Cool. Hey, how are you, Michelle?
Good. I'm good. Thanks. I'm just wondering, in terms of the computers that we use, is there a recommendation for either a Mac-based or HP?
There's some you guys have some background noise. So what are you asking?
She's asking, is there a preference on the type of computer system that you would use, Mac or HP?
Oh no, it's a personal preference. I'm a Mac girl all day long, but personal preference. So whichever you like, it's fine.
Anybody else have questions?
Well, the one that I want to ask, because there may be somebody else on the line.
Go ahead. Go for it.
Hi.
Hi.
This is Paula.
Hey, Paula.
Hi. Okay, so my question is about the modules. The 12 modules, are they, because I'm not clear on what they are exactly, but are they about the different countries or different places that you can travel, or is it just all a training module, different trainings?
Great question. So the modules are about booking travel, the fundamentals of running your home-based travel business. So the things about destinations and all that stuff, that's extended training that you can do after. But the preliminary training is basically giving you your foundation, so you know how to book travel, how to work the systems, where to look for this, how to give your clients the quotes, all that kind of stuff. That's what the initial training is about.
Okay. Thank you.
You are so welcome. Great question. That's the first time anybody ever asked that question. I love it. Cool. You said you had 3 guests with you. Does your last guest have a question, or is she okay?
Hi, I'm Carol.
Hey, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing really well. I'm really excited.
Good.
So how would somebody get started? What's the first step?
So the first step is LaNae is going to give you a link. So the person who invited you gives you a link, okay? And that link is attached to the application. You fill out the application, takes about 2 to 3 minutes. That's it. Once you're done with the application, you pay the $49 processing fee, and you're in the system, ready to go. So literally, in the next 5 minutes, you could be doing your training.
Great. Thank you.
You are so welcome. You guys are having a travel party over there. Yes.
Sunday.
I love it. You guys sound excited too. Super cool. That's really nice to you guys, because you can always, if you have some friends and family that are interested and you're all over at one another's house or whatever, pop on the Q&A. Get their questions answered. They don't have to do it separately. You can definitely do this as a group. And it's nice that way too, because like at LaNae's house, they're probably all going to get started together, right? They'll all started the training together, and then they have each other to kind of lean on, which is really nice. And I love that about Evolution Travel, because we're able to actually really work as a family, and that's super cool with this company. Yay. That just filled my little spirit over here. Okay, we have somebody else. Is it Delitra?
Yes, over here.
Hi. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. I was referred by Tasha Johnson.
Tasha Johnson. Yes, I love Tasha Johnson. She's a great travel agent. Okay. I
have one question. I kept going in and out as far as the connection. So
okay.
I didn't really get, I got half of the information, but Tasha, she been sharing me some information on it. And it seemed like it's something I'm interested in doing.
Good.
So I may reach out to her more about it. So she can send me the link so I can sign up.
Definitely.
Also, I heard you say something about extended education. Is is that included in is that another price we have to pay later, or how does that go?
That's free. All the training you want is completely free. So the company
Oh,
definitely encourages you to learn as much as you can, because the more you learn, definitely the more you're going to learn, the more you're going to be able to service your clients. So like those trainings I did for the cruise lines and got those free cruises, I didn't have to pay for them at all. The Disney
nice.
training I did completely free, right? Disney
Okay.
just sent me an email offering me to come to a cruise for $25 a night. For those of you who know what Disney cruises cost, I just booked a Disney cruise for somebody yesterday. It was $14,000. Okay, so for them to offer me to come $25 a night, I was like, thank you, Jesus, for making me a travel agent. You know what? I love it. I love it. I love it. So no, yeah, the extended training is absolutely free. So you can
Okay,
do
now what is the $69 for?
That's to keep your business afloat. That's for your business licenses. That's for your processing of your commission, the processing of your 1099. And it's also for the 2 websites you're going to get, your customer service, all that stuff. Every single thing you need to run the business is included in that $69.95. So you don't have to pay any other money. That's it. That's all. And then it's tax deductible. The $49 and the $69.95 are both tax deductible. So here's another thing people always ask. So let me see if this might be a question. You don't have to pay that up front, okay? The only thing you guys have to pay today is just the $49. That's it. The company allows you to get started with the $49, do your training, get your certificate, start booking travel, start doing your other stuff, and then a month from now, that $69.95 will kick in. So super cool to have that opportunity to be able to work your business basically for a month for free, until that $69.95 kicks in. So that's
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Get back with Tasha. I can't wait.
I will.
Okay.
All right.
All right. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Uh-oh. Okay, cool. All right, you guys. Who's next? Who's up? Who else has a question? I love when we have this type of interaction with our guests, because there are other guests on the line that might not know, number one, how to unmute their phones, or number two, just kind of want to sit back and listen and figure out what everybody else is doing. So remember, the question you ask is not just helping you, it's helping every single person on this call as well. So make sure you're not too shy to ask your questions, okay? Let me check the chat box right here. Is there a 669 number or note 9 that can be unmuted? 773. Okay. Yes, 773. I will unmute you. Absolutely. Okay, 773-859. You are unmuted. Hi, how are you?
Hi, my name is Cinderella, and I'm calling from Chicago. And I have a question.
That's your real name?
Yes, it is.
I love it. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Okay.
thank you.
Okay. So, are
Now,
you a guest of Linda Cash?
I'm a guest of Linda Cash.
Cool. Okay. Absolutely fabulous. Love her to death. Okay. What's your question?
My question is, my husband has an account with Evolution, and I was just wondering, should I have a separate one of my own? Is it better to do that, or is it best for us to have it together?
Okay. So there are reasons for both. Okay. Depending on how you file your taxes could be a determining factor on if you want your own account or not. Okay. So that's something you want to talk to your tax professional about. But also, if like I'm talking about the trainings and all the little freebies and the perks and all that stuff, that is only for the travel agent. So like when I got invited to Jamaica for $25, my boyfriend couldn't go. So I got to watch him sitting in the corner crying. And are you really going to go and see the people? Yes, I'm going. Yes. So if he was a travel agent, then he could participate too. But because he's not, he can't, so that's one of the reasons why, people sign up separately as well. And also, depending on how you guys are working your business, I see some husband and wives compete. Like, I'm making more money than you, or this is my business, so it's fun like that too. So there are a lot of different reasons why you might want to. And if they're a builder and they are like you're booking or you're like building a team or something, then it would be beneficial for sure. So if you're building a team, I would say separate accounts, hands down, all day. Yes, of course, not even a question. So it just really depends. Yeah, it depends on, you know, that part. So team building for sure, never a question, always separate.
Awesome. Thank you.
You are so welcome. Thank you, Cinderella. I talked to somebody named Cinderella. I feel so special. Okay, you have a good day. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, you guys. Are there any more questions? We have been on here about 35 minutes. I like to keep this at about 30 minutes because I don't want to take a lot of your evening. I know that you guys are getting off work and I want to be respectful of your time, but I want to make sure I'm able to answer all of your questions. So if there's anybody else who'd like me to unmute them, or if you have a guest that'd like for me to unmute them, please put it in the chat box so that I can get to those questions. Okay, so speak now, you guys, or forever hold your peace. This is also going to be made available to you too as a recording a little bit later this evening. So if you didn't hear it all, if you have somebody that you would like to hear this recording, it will be available on the YouTube page. So you can go to YouTube and go to Tony Queen Raw Ward and get a lot of our question and answers. But this one right here, you'll see it'll say question and answer, and I'm going to put on there questions and answers with Cinderella. Okay, so just so you know, that's what it's going to say because I love it. Okay, I live for this. So that's it, I guess. There are no more questions, nothing in the chat box. So again, you guys, I want to say thank you so much for tuning in this evening and getting all of your questions answered, getting all of the information so that you can make an educated decision. I hope that every single person that I spoke with this evening gets started today because your questions were great. Your vibe was really good and your enthusiasm was second to none. Okay, I see somebody unmuting. Do we have another question before I close?
Yes, I was just wondering how the commission works.
The commission, fabulous. So it's 80% of the commission that's paid out to the company comes to you as the travel agent. Okay, so say you book a cruise or a hotel room or a rent a car or whatever, that company will then send the commission to our company, and then they will give us 80% of that. We get paid on a pay card on the 15th of the month and the last day of the month. So whenever that commission comes in, they give it to us on those paydays. Super cool. We call it ping day because our cell phones go ping, 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 you know, with the commissions coming in. So it's coming. What's today? Today's the 11th. So 4 more days we get paid. But yes, that's how.
So it depends on the company that, so if I book, let's say a trip for $1,000. And then depending on how much that company is charging our company?
No,
like
they
if
don't charge
our
us. They don't charge us anything. So here's the thing. Any amount of money you see on a booking, there is a commission embedded in that price already. So I don't care if you're on Priceline, Travelocity, or this, or you're using us. There's commission already in there. So
you'll be able to see it.
Yeah, they'll give you that portion. So like, for instance, I was telling you guys, I booked that cruise for Disney for my friend yesterday, and it was like 14,000 something. My commission on that trip was a little over, it was almost 1,600. It was 1,500 and some change for my commission. So they're going to send that 1,500 to our company, and then I'll get 80% of the 1,500.
Did they have a family reunion? Like
No, it was just one room. It's one room. You know, Disney's expensive. So for all of you thinking about being Disney specialists, yes, definitely Disney people. Those Disney cruise lines are full all the time. People love Disney, okay? And their commission is really, 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 really good. So no, it was just a family of 5. It was a husband and wife and their 3 kids. That was it.
Okay.
So that's how the commission works. You are welcome.
Okay. All right. Bless you. Thank you very much.
You too. Oh, wait, what was your name and who invited you?
This is Carrie St. Jules again. Diane invited me.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah. It's just me again. I didn't have a question until the end. I'm sorry.
Good. Okay. Well, I'm glad you asked. Okay. Thank you for asking.
All right.
Okay, you guys. So that's it for tonight. Okay. Again, I thank you all for tuning in. I'll be back here again tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific time to answer any questions for anybody who has questions. I hope you guys all get started today. And until then, I will look forward to seeing you at the bank and at the beach. Good night, everybody. This is officially over.